Hello everybody, welcome back to another Glide Fit video. My name is Patrick. So happy to be here with you again. We're learning some new movements today. We're working long ways on the board, like we did last time quite a bit. So we're going to start with a warm-up. We'll learn some new movements, revisit the movements, go through them again, lock them down, and then cool it down. So let's start with our warm-up. Hop onto your Glide or your Terra. Hips right over the logo. Go ahead and roll gently back down. As we do so, pulling the knees into the chest. And then just gently start moving side to side, waking your core muscles up, feeling how that board moves. As we move, even something as small as an ankle circle with one leg will change how that board is feeling. Extend your right leg out, keeping the left knee pulled into the chest. And let's go ahead and open that left knee out, ever so slightly to the left side. Right arm opens up for counterbalance. Again, these are the muscles on the inside of the leg that really get worked when we do balance training. Like on the TerraFit or the Glide Fit, switch the legs. First off, right knee comes into the chest. And then we open it to the right. Left arm opens up for counterbalance. And go ahead and extend both legs out. Take the right arm across the left. Pull it in, stretching the back of the shoulder, outside of the shoulder. We'll be doing some work in plank today, so we're going to make sure these muscles are ready to go. Have a switch. And release. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves up to seated. And then make our ways on the board, onto our feet. And we'll go ahead and start off with a standing warm-up here. And get the arches of the feet right over the middle of the board. And we'll start with some squats. Inhale down. Exhale, raise. Again, we're moving long ways on the board. So the balance is moving front to back here. You'll feel it in the shins and the calves. And let's do 3 more squats together. On the third one, we're going to hold at the bottom. Try to get a little wiggle in the legs. And last squat. Hold. Hips are down. Shoulders proud. Chin up. 3, 2, 1. And relax. So let's get the arms involved. We're going to take the opposite hand down to the opposite toe. Spread the feet just a little bit on the board. And reach down, opposite hand, opposite toe. Stand back up. Hinge at the hips. Bending the back leg ever so slightly. One side. Push the hips up. Other side. Inhale down. Exhale up. And let's go one more each side after this touch. All right, back to the middle. And lastly, let's go ahead and do some arm circles. Nice and small, make them just a little bigger. And then finally, as big as we can go, switch directions. Nice and wide with the fingers. And then start to bring the diameter down, make it a little smaller. And finally, drop the arms by the sides. All right, first moves we're gonna do today, actually straight from yoga. We're gonna take our right foot, place it right on the line. Our left foot is going to go also on the line, except this toe is going to turn out at 45 degrees. So we're not completely both feet parallel. We have the left toe turned out 45 degrees. The right toe is right on the line of the board. Our heels are in line. Once we feel like we have the balance there, inhale, sweep the arms, and then exhale, folding over that right leg. Once the hands get down to the board, you can use them for a little bit more stability. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Adjust that back heel as you see fit. We should feel a tug in the hamstrings of that front leg. Now, whichever leg is forward, keep that same hand down on the board, on the ankle of the leg, And then reach the top hand all the way up to the sky. Eyes down on the board, eyes on your top hand. Again, just moving into this pose, warming up those inner muscles. One more inhale here, and exhale, drop the hand down. Want to bring yourself back to that first pose. See if we can sink just a little deeper. Again, using your hands for some stability. Go ahead and bend the front leg, slowly rise up to standing, and then we're going to switch the feet. So this time, other foot is going to be pointed straight on the line, and then turn the other toes out to 45. You can see the little wobble there. See if I can't readjust. And there we go. Inhale, sweep the hands. Exhale, folding over the front leg. Hands helping out with balance. Check your heels, making sure they're in line. Once we're here, we can adjust the feet if we need to. One more breath here. And keeping the same hand as the foot that's forward. And keep it on the board. If you have the motion, move it to the ankles. And then reach the other hand up. Feel that wobble. Find what's comfortable for you. Some people like their hand on the inside of the foot. Some people like their hand on the ankle. Couple more breaths here. And on your next exhale, take the top hand, bring it back down. Move into that first pose. One more breath. And slightly bend the front leg. Push yourself up to standing. You should feel that tug that's on the back of those legs. We're going to move into some one leg balancing. So we'll work through this procedurally. We'll start with our left leg. We're going to center that left arch right on the glide fit, the line that goes through the glide board. Once we're there, kickstand the right foot. And then just gently begin to lift the knee. Keeping your balance, finding your breath. Left ankle's doing all sorts of work. Left hip is where the stability comes from. Shoulders right over the hips, spine straight up and down. Arms wherever you need for balance. Eyes used for focus. You can bring the arms out to the side. Give it a shot. And drop everything down. Shift your weight, move the feet if you need to. Other foot, center the arch first. And kind of find that kickstand position where about 95% of your weight is on the base foot. And then when you're ready, begin to lift that other leg. Feel the ankle and the hip light up, doing all that work. If we've got it, hands out to the side. Raising the center of gravity, changing how we interact with the board. And you'll usually find that one leg is just a bit better than the other. This is my weak legs. Doing just a little bit more work up top to keep my balance. And exhale, step everything down. We're going to try that one more time each leg just to see if we can improve now that the muscles are ready to go. Find your kickstand, lift the knee, and find the breath. Option always to bring the hands out to the sides. Activating this glute of the base leg, ankle of the base foot, doing lots of stability work. One more breath in, and on your exhale, step the foot down. Shift the weight. Begin to kickstand. Lift the knee. And then bring the arms to wherever you find your best balance to be. 2 more breaths here. And exhale, place the foot down. Shift your weight back and forth. Let's do 1 set of squats just to wake the legs back up after all that static balancing. Inhale down, exhale up. And we'll do 2 more. 1 and 2. All right. Make your way onto your side on the board. And move into side plank. Several ways to move there. We'll be starting on the forearm. So you're going to have your forearm. Usually like to have the elbow just behind the middle white line. For the feet, the easiest way to do this is your top foot will stack in front of your bottom foot on the board. And from here, all I want us to do is push up, leaving the top hand on the board. So we're leaving our top hand on the board, finding this 4-point balance, using our obliques. And lower yourself back down. I'm going to push up on one more time on this side, then we'll transition to the other side. Readjust the elbow if you need, make sure the feet are in the board. Exhale, press yourself up. And breathe. Three, 2, 1, and drop down. Moving yourself around, or you can just flip over on the board. Set your other elbow up. Side plank on the other side. Once again, top leg will stack in front on the board, so the feet are 1 in front, 1 behind. Find your balance on the elbow, leaving the top hand down on the board. Push up. Feel the wobble. 3, 2, 1, and drop down. 1 more time on this side. Find that top hand nice and sturdy on the board. Feet in the board. Exhale, push up, open the top shoulder, keeping the fingertips down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. All right, shake the arms out. You feel this all through the obliques. And we do extra work because of the unstable surface. Back to the first side, we're going to try to remove the top hand off of the board and really challenge this base arm, the base obliques, to find that balance. So orientate the feet how you need. Shift the hips slightly forward. If you'd like to have your top hand by your ear, on the hip, whatever works best for you. And then exhale, push up. We're here for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale down. Very nice. Moving to the other side. Once again, find how your feet are comfortable. Set the elbow. Shift the hips forward so they're in line with the legs and the spine. Find your top hand wherever it feels comfortable to you. Exhale, push up into side plank. Four, 3, 2, 1, and drop. So side planks can be challenging. Option always to leave the top hand down, and the option to go even more advanced, come up onto your palm on the base arm. All right, so our next bit, still working long ways on the board, except we're now going to be actually facing forwards and backwards. We're going to be traveling along the board. So let's go ahead and start near the front of the board. We're going to be in all fours. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. And from here, let's do 1 cat-cow just to make sure we're comfortable in this position. Inhale the chin up. Exhale, round through the back. All right, from here, let's go ahead and move just our right arm and left leg. Take a step back, and then move the other two. Take a step back, take a step back. And last step. Let's move forward. Just crawling forward. And last step. One more time. Pay attention to how the board moves as we lift, lower, and land. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's go forward one more time. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And back to neutral. One cat-cow here. Reset the spine. All right, so the advanced version of this, you can always stay in that bear crawl. But if you're feeling up to it, let's go ahead and try to lift the knees off the ground. So we're in a true 4-point stance. Knees off the ground. We're going to move opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time. Take these steps slow. Try to control both arms, lifting, moving, and lowering at the same time. Lifting from the shoulder and the hip. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So lift the knees, find your stability. Step. Ooh. Step. Step, and step, again, step, 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 and step. Drop the knees, roll through the shoulders one time. We'll go through that one more time. Again, option to always stay on the knees, or you can pop them up. Last shot at this round. Wrists under shoulders, wide fingers, gripping the board. Pop the knees, step, 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 and step. 4 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lots of wobbles going on wherever you are, whether you're on all fours or with the knees off. Let's go ahead and warm the abs up. Continue working the abs. We're going to do what's called a Pilates sit-up. Couple variations of this. The last new movement for the day, then we'll go back through the whole routine. Legs are going to start straight. Arms will start wide, hands outside the board. As we exhale, we're going to sweep the hands up, and as they come up, we're going to do a crunch, end in a full seat, so arms are all the way up. And then exhale, use the weight of the hands to roll back down. So this is a very graceful movement. I'll demonstrate once. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, use the weight of the hands to gently roll down on your inhale. And back down. Let's go ahead and do 30 seconds here. Ready, set, go. 5 seconds. Let's do one more together. Exhale up. Inhale, roll down. And finally relax onto the board. Let's do a couple hip stretches real quick. We'll go through everything again. Pull the knees into the chest. Open the knees, keeping the heels and toes together. Again, stretching out the adductors or the muscles on the inside of the leg. Push the knees together. Roll yourself to seated. And we go ahead and move into triangle and pyramid poses, which is what we started with last time. Hips are already warmed up, so no need for squats. Let's go and start on the other leg this time. Set one foot out in line with the white line on your board. And then adjust the other ankle, or the other foot. So it's pointing 45 degrees out. Then we square the hips, pointing in the direction of the front foot. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold over, over, over. Find the board with your fingertips. And then breathe into those hamstrings as we find the stretch. Whichever foot is stepped forward, leave that hand down on the board. or on the ankle. And then reach the other hand up as high as we can. And sometimes you gotta play with the bottom hand position until you find what works the best. Opening that top shoulder up, up, up. One more inhale. And exhale, drop the top hand down. Find your fold one more time. Bend the front knee. Push up to standing. And now we switch the feet. One foot's in line with the white stripe. Other toe is turned out 45 degrees. So not completely out. Not straight forward, right in between. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. The board. Couple breaths here. Whichever foot is forward, leave that hand down. And then raise the other arm. So again, you'll find that one side is probably easier to balance than the other. Eyes on the bottom hand, the top hand, or anywhere you need, keeping your balance, but focus on one spot. One more inhale, and exhale, drop the top arm. Find your fold. Bend the front knee, and finally push yourself up to standing. Let's move into our one leg balance. So find whichever foot you like to ground into the board. Kickstand the other foot. And then once you feel comfortable, raise the knee. You'll bring the hands out to the sides. This round, if you'd like, hands straight up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. Drop the hands. And let's switch other foot. Ground the foot into the board. Lift. Inhale, sweep. Hands to the sides. Hands straight out. Up. Hands by your sides. Hands on the hips. Wherever you feel your balance is best. 2, 1. And go ahead and drop everything. One more time each leg. We'll move right into side plank. Lift the knee. Sweep the arms. Four, 3, 2, and step it down. Other side. Up. And you'll notice differences between the legs on the balance. Find what works best for each respective leg. And go ahead and step the feet down. Let's move to side plank. Transition onto your side on the mat. Find where your elbows should be. Bring the feet into their correct position. Shift the hips forward so everything's in line. And then exhale, push yourself up. Side plank. Embrace the wobble here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. One more time on this side, then we'll switch to the other side. Find your top arm, find your bottom arm on the board. Inhale, sweep the top arm, push the hips up on your exhale. 4, 3, 2, and drop. Other side. Transition or just simply flip over on the board. Set your elbow. Set the feet. Shift the hips forward. Everything's in line. And then push. Top arm goes up if you're able. Option to always keep it down for extra stability. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. One more time on this side. 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. All right, now time for our bear crawl. Modified plank, if you can, which hips up or knees up. Knees right under hips, or we can leave the knees on the board. We're gonna go back and forth 2 times. All right, so starting wherever, at the front of your board, with your knees, wherever you feel comfortable, either up or down on the board. Let's go backwards, 4 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps forward, opposite arm, opposite leg. 3, 4. One more time. Back, 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 and forward. 2, 3, 4, and drop. Move yourself to the middle of your board. Let's grab our stretch here and tabletop. Start with 2 cat-cows. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back. Center your right hand on the board. Left arm is going to go through. Pull down on top, stretch the shoulder. And go ahead and have a switch. Left hand centers. The right arm goes behind. And let's move to Pigeon Pose. Slide your right knee to meet your right wrist. Fold the right foot across the body. Kick the left leg back. And then sink the hips down and forward. And go ahead and switch. Left knee comes forward, fold the foot across, untuck the back toes, kick the leg back, and then sink forwards and down. You should feel the stretch in the glute of the leg that's forward. And go ahead and move the knees back to meet each other. We'll go hips to heels. Untuck the toes, walk the hands out, child's pose. Take your hands towards the right side of your board. And moving them back to the middle. And finally moving them to the left side of the board. And last but not least, using the fingertips, pull yourself forward, upward facing dog, toes untucked, chin high, shoulder blades down the back. And relax. All right, very well done. A lot of new movements today, some sideways balancing, some yoga poses. Hope you had fun. Can't wait to see you next time. Really enjoying this glide fit video series. Again, my name is Patrick, and I will see you next time.